yeah, I found it and I applied for it and was in the contest and got the crown. So it's pretty cool.
So, like, what does it involve to get the crown? What kind of things do they look for?
Oh, so it's not a beauty pageant at all. It's because if you have a disability, especially a physical disability, you could have, for example, if you have a stroke, you would have a physical deformity as well. So you can't really judge it on face or anything like that, and because that would be discriminatory, and that's not the point. It's more about your achievements, how well you can communicate, bringing things up to the legislature, bringing things up to the community, having people be aware of it. So it's really about getting disabilities out there and recognized, and kind of breaking that stereotype of, people with disabilities can only achieve X amount, so we can be owners of companies, we can be professors and doctors and lawyers and all the same things that anyone else has an opportunity to do. Everyone knows somebody with a disability. There's 1 in 5 in the state of Maine of somebody that has some type of emotional, physical, or mental disability. So it's something that's very prevalent.
Oh yeah.
It's downhill getting in.
Let me grab his paperwork so we can find out what's.
My name is Monica Quimby. I'm a professor at Southern Maine Community College. I have a lot of passions. I have a lot of goals. I'm a very focused person. I like to be involved with higher education, especially for people with disabilities, since only 38% of the disabled population have jobs currently. And you're 3 times as likely to live in poverty if you have a disability as well. You thinking about going to college? Why? You should. You can do it. You could if you wanted to. You can do anything you want to. So I got out of the hospital, and then a month later I went right back to college. So it was, I was a little dedicated, I don't know, it was a little crazy. Yeah. But the number one thing is I wanted my life back. I wanted to feel like a part of something still. Yeah. And so going back to school was my way of doing that. So went back to school, got my bachelor's degree in molecular biology, and then got my master's in higher education, and at 23 became a professor, which is kind of crazy. I think if you're a teacher, you're always a teacher. So not only am I a biology professor, I also teach people about disabilities every day. Just by seeing me get in and out of the car. I've had people absolutely stop me, be like, "Do you mind if I watch you?" And it's like, sure. It's, and it's something novel for them. It's something that they haven't seen before. And it honestly like amazes people that you can be that independent, and especially living on my own, it's really a shock to some people. They're like, wow, you live on your own, you have your own job, you drive everywhere, and I've even traveled across the country by myself, and it's no different than anybody else. You just have to make, small little changes and adaptations, and we all do that. We all have to make adaptations in life.
to jump on it.
Excited.
I love it.
I'm excited.
I get like excited, nervous every time I do this.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous.
Get the handle.
I think the general public's awareness is pretty low of people with disabilities. They're not really sure of honestly how to act. I've had people stare and then look away as soon as I get out of the car or as soon as I walk by them. But what my thing is to basically educate them, to give them resources and give the general public, everyone, resources to be able to feel just as comfortable talking to someone that's able-bodied that someone's in a wheelchair. But you can't let like one or two people discourage you.
But I think a lot.
You don't want to be friends with them anyway. If they're gonna be like that, I'm all set.
The sad thing is, I wish more people knew what other people with disabilities. And that's the hard thing is, if you want to stare, okay, but let's learn something in the process.
Yeah, I'd rather have people, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have people ask me questions than staring.
Yeah.
Or I call it the triple look. It's more than the double look. It's like, it's one, she's in a wheelchair? Really? Yeah. It is, the triple look, So, I mean.
I like that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I was the unofficial, I guess, person that would check all the new buildings for UNH to make sure that the new buildings were accessible because only 9 out of 13 academic buildings were accessible on that campus.
Really?
Right.
I hated elevators. I got stuck in one once when I was little.
I did too at my school.
I
want me too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is a common problem.
Yes. It was funny. We were like, why are we moving? And then the firefighters had to come take us out of the elevator.
That's sketchy.
It was fun.
Yeah, school elevators are not decent by any means.
The greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not big enough.
They're not.
No.
I visited a couple schools that did talks, and like one of the schools, like front door was so heavy I couldn't even open it, and I was like, you need a push button.
They just put one at my high school.
Did they?
My school has one. My school has one, but when you press it, it makes a funny noise and it doesn't open. I'm like, what's the point in having it there?
It's probably not. There's like a little switch if somebody
Yeah,
like turns
Yeah,
it
doesn't
off.
it have to be hooked up to like a thing?
Yeah, like power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always turn it off, and I'm like, why do you turn that off? I need to use it.
Right.
We're fulfilling a need of basically celebrating disabilities. We're celebrating. It's all about celebrating life. It really is. And for example, I celebrated when I got paralyzed this year. It was 5 years this year. And I had a party because I think that it's a celebration that I got a second chance at living. And I am absolutely living this life to the fullest. And I want other people with disabilities to feel that same way. I don't want them to feel bad or for people to pity people with disabilities. I want us to be equal, seeing eye to eye, and being able to feel that we can accomplish exactly what somebody that is able-bodied would be able to do as well.
So it's like, a lot of the time people say, oh, I'm sorry you have a disability, and it's like, why? That's me, you're sorry I'm me?
Right. They don't quite understand. Yeah.
It's me. It's part of it. Like, I'm not the disability, and I think that's what people with childish. They're still a person, they're not a disability.
My mission is to empower women with disabilities through achievement and advocacy. Be able to make people feel good about themselves and to celebrate their achievements and their successes instead of just pushing it by the wayside.
Yeah, so it's going to be outings like going shopping and
Yay!
freaking people out and a huge corral of people in wheelchairs and going out to eat, going bowling, just doing little activities like once a month to just kind of reconnect like a girls club. So
That's very cool.
yeah.
I like it.
So please contact me. Shoot me an email. You can call me, text me. Just stay in touch. So
Yeah.
definitely.
We're always categorized as a certain way. I just want to be Monica. That's the big thing. I want to be Monica. I want you to ask me about my interests, about my job, about my boyfriend, about my life.